We had regular meetings, and Robbins would say, what is this show about? And we would say, well, it's about this dairyman and his 5 marriageable daughters. He'd say, no, that is not what gives these stories their power.
Ultimately, we said, oh, for God's sakes, Jerry, it's about tradition, isn't it? And Jerry said, write that. That unlocked everything that the show needed. It was like an education to people like me about what that society was like, what a shtetl was like.
And who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix, preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks?
He had demanded they write the opening number tradition. And then for the first 8 weeks of directing the show in New York in a rehearsal hall, he wouldn't stage it. And everybody was saying, Jerry, you have to stage the opening. He just wouldn't. And then one day he staged it in half an hour.
His choreography is simple and yet beautiful. It's great storytelling. The use of circles was really important to Jerry. The circle of Tevye's family is the innermost circle. And then there was the circle of the villagers in Anatevka and the shtetl. And then the bigger circle is the Jewish people. Jerry chose to make sure every character on stage had a name. There were over 40 cast members, and every single villager had a name because they all mattered, and they were all part of the circle of the village.
And I think with that in mind, he began to imagine a circle of tradition that eventually began to splinter and ultimately became disappearing in parts to various places.